Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Gen X Radio podcast. And in this short episode, real quick, I'd like to share with you a book that I just got published on Amazon, and it's titled Homelessness: The Good, the Bad, and the Wonders of It All. And the reason why I wrote the book, folks, is that I just want others to know that if you end up as a homeless person, it's not the end of the world. Believe me, it is not the end of the world, because this book, Homelessness, the Good, the Bad, and the Wonders of It All, is basically based on my own personal experience way back in 2011, 2012, something like that. Maybe earlier, I forget. But yeah, I was homeless for a while. I was living out of my van. And, looking back though, believe it or not, folks, those were some of the best times of my life. Looking back and concurrently while I was homeless. Those were some of the best, most peaceful, tranquil times of my life. And when you read the book, you'll learn out why. I'm basically narrating on my own journal post, so it's kind of like a mini biography, maybe autobiography. It's just me going over, narrating my earlier journal post. But surprisingly, folks, life was quite, I don't know, I found it. Being homeless, I felt free. Now, mind you, I wasn't completely cut off from the system. I wasn't like living on the streets and desolate and, all that stuff. I was living in my van and continued to work part-time, so I actually did have a stream of income and, I had to keep myself up. But that being said, looking back, I still say it was one of the better times of my adult life. And you may ask why. Well, I think because you have to have the right mindset if you're going to be homeless. You got to have the right mindset. And back then I had the right mindset. I was younger, and I just saw it as an adventure. I saw it as a phase of my life, something that I would, mentally record, go through, and then get over, rise up and out of it. So you got to have the right mindset. In other words, when I was homeless, it wasn't, a dead end. It wasn't like the final journey. Rather, I looked at it more like one stop in a long tour. Like you go on a cruise ship tour, you're on the cruise ship, and you stop at different islands. You go off into the island, you explore, whatever, then you get back on the ship. That's what I saw it as. I just saw it as like one stop in a long tour called life. So if you're going to be homeless, you got to have the right mindset. Don't look at it like it's your final trip, because it's not, at least not if you want it to. And oftentimes, it's easier to rebuild from nothing than trying to rebuild when you already have stuff but are falling behind. Because when you rebuild from nothing, there's nothing holding you back. There's no debt. There's no, because like when you're broke and have nothing, no one wants anything from you. So everybody leaves you alone. Everybody will leave you alone because you don't got nothing. And oftentimes, it's only when you hit fiscal rock bottom do you qualify for help, and or will other people, assist you. But anyways, I'm going to keep this short. Again, the book is titled Homelessness: The Good, the Bad, and the Wonders of. And you can purchase it on Amazon as I speak. So go get yourself a copy, and look at it as a manual. There's a lot of good advice in there. Things to do, things to not do, people to avoid, where to sleep, old habits to avoid, and new ones you may want to pick up. And with that being said, folks, thank you for tuning in to this episode of the Gen X podcast. Homelessness is becoming a plague. It's taking over our cities now. So, like I said, many people are going homeless who never thought they would. Pick up this book, folks, and even share it with, if you know a homeless person, give it to them. Give it to them, and maybe it will help them or encourage them to rebound. And with that being said, we're out.